Local law enforcement executed a warrant raid yesterday and caught a lot of criminals. And a young girl accused of stabbing her parents is not fit to stand trial. Why this case is sounding eerily similar to the Slenderman murder trial that grabbed national headlines. Good morning, Michiana, and welcome to ABC 57 News at 4:30. I'm Emily Evans. Those morning headlines are up in a few minutes, but we'd like to get started this morning with a look at the weather. Meteorologist Greg Bobus joins us now. Greg, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Not a lot to worry about today, but that's going to change a lot during this weekend. So we'll talk about that in the full forecast. Just know that today's a good day to get out and get some things done, especially this evening, because your Saturday and parts of your Sunday are going to be very cold and on the snowy side as well. This morning, it's relatively similar to yesterday morning in some respects. We're starting off clear. We're not going to have any rain. We're not going to have any snow. We are colder, though. Our temperature right now is about 10 degrees colder. We are back to the 30s this morning. We want winter coats this morning. You may even be tempted to have the scarf and gloves. We're at 32 in Granger and Roseland, 33 degrees in Niles, 36 in Elkhart. Temperature still barely holding on to 40 near the lakefront. Still, again, this time of the year, the warmer lake temperature actually helps influence ground temperature just off the lakefront. We're at 42 in Benton Harbor. Further to the south, 34 in Plymouth, 33 degrees in Warsaw. Again, we're starting off cloud-free. We're starting off dry. Clouds will gradually increase today, though. We're starting off mostly sunny. By mid-afternoon, we're going partly to mostly cloudy. This evening, absolutely mainly overcast. Temperature of 43 degrees, so it'll be relatively the same area as far as highs as yesterday. We're just starting off a lot colder. Now, this has just been issued. Yes, of a winter storm watch for our northern counties in northern Indiana and all of southwest Michigan. We have snow coming. It is inevitable. We're going to see our first snowflakes of the season, and it could last a majority of your Saturday. But you know what? We've lucked out so far this year. Last year at this time, we had already had over a foot of snow. We're going to track this incoming system. We'll take a look at the timing and the possible totals we could see. You don't want to miss the next forecast. That's up in less than 10 minutes. Emily?
Breaking within the last half hour, we're learning of a possible hostage situation happening right now at a hotel in Mali. ABC News reports 2 gunmen are holding 170 people hostage inside the Radisson Blu Hotel here in the country's capital of Bamako. CNN confirms the U.S. Embassy in Mali is asking American citizens to remain indoors. So far, the details about possible injuries or fatalities aren't clear yet. We'll follow updates as they happen. Stay with us. The LaPorte County Sheriff's Department executed an operation yesterday. It was in an effort to serve thousands of outstanding warrants. More than 100 officers worked together in an effort called Operation Warrant Reduction. The operation included 16 law enforcement agencies in an effort to get those papers served. So far, 40 arrests have been made. A total of 54 warrants have been served.
At perhaps a 5% reduction, which is when you consider that some of these warrants have been outstanding for sometimes 5 or even 10 years. It's going to have a positive effect in a reduction in crime.
The U.S. Marshals Service also assisted the team, helping them to update addresses. They also helped find out if some of the suspects were still alive. About 300 of those suspects have already passed away. 2 families lost their homes yesterday afternoon after a fire broke out. At least 5 departments responded to a large fire in the 62,000 block of State Road 13. It was around 4:30 p.m. Our reporting partners at the Elkhart Truth say a father and son were inside one of the apartments at the time of the fire. They were able to escape without injuries. The couple who lived in the other apartment was out of town. Firefighters say both apartments are a total loss. Goshen police have released the identities of the victims in Wednesday night's deadly crash. It happened on Lincoln Way East near College and Eisenhower Streets. 26-year-old Dustin Matria and 46-year-old Juanetta Rhodes were pronounced dead at the scene. Police say their convertible smacked into the back of a trailer being pulled by a pickup truck. Accident investigators say speed does appear to have been a factor in the crash. Former Subway pitchman Jared Fogle will spend the next 15 years in a federal prison. Fogle pleaded guilty to child porn charges and crossing state lines to pay for sex with minors. He's already paid more than $1 million in restitution to 14 victims. The sentence was harsher than the prosecutor's request of 12 years. The suspect in a 2007 St. Joseph, Michigan murder case has pleaded guilty. Daniel Furlong was facing a second-degree murder charge in the death of Jody Perrick. Perrick's body was found in the Constantine Township Cemetery in November of 2007. She'd been strangled to death. All of his other charges, along with the other kidnapping case he was accused of, were dismissed. Furlong will be sentenced in January. An Elkhart girl who stabbed her mother and stepfather says an evil clown told her to do it. The 12-year-old girl claims a clown called Laughing Jack told her to kill her parents. The girl can now be looking at a long stay in a mental facility. Multiple doctors say the girl cannot stand trial in her mental state. 10 different health centers have refused to admit her. Attempts to find her treatment have failed. A court order has been signed to place the girl in a treatment facility through the Division of Mental Health until she's ruled competent. A new app developed by researchers at Notre Dame is helping to bridge the gap between seniors and technology. There are 36 local seniors testing out the new application called eSenior Care. The app has features like medication reminders, doctor messaging, and a checklist to set and track personal health goals.
It feels marvelous, and especially that they don't even know me. And they want to come in and give me this tablet and do something to help me improve my life. Oh, they're heaven sent.
I think the biggest gain that I have gained, actually see your research affecting people, which is, technology meets society.
There's a waiting list to be part of the trial for the app. It's not available yet to the public. For more information, head over to our website at abc57.com. Law enforcement officers in LaPorte County were shocked yesterday when they received a surprise. Employees at Quibbit Networks and New Age Telecom presented agents with gift cards for every single employee of each police agency. CEO Ryan Seberg heads up the company. Each employee will get 2 gift cards for $50 each. They can use them at local restaurants in LaPorte. The gifts given out came up to a whopping total of more than $20,000. Seberg says he and other employees wanted to show support for the officers in light of all the bad press police have gotten around the country lately. He says, quote, "It became clear that we wanted to do something to show our gratitude. We wanted to let our police officers know that we support them and to demonstrate the love from us and the silent majority in our community." It's 4:37. The Holy Year is set to begin next month in Rome, but security officials are warning of a possible terror attack. What the Holy City is doing to protect millions of people expected to visit. And 2 jailhouse nurses are being investigated after an inmate dies from an injury. Hear from his distraught family next.
We are starting off cold this morning at the bus stop, upper 20s to right around 30. We want winter coats, hats, and scarves. Going to be even colder for portions of this weekend, and we have our first snow of the year on the way. We'll time that coming up next.